Ke ngwaletse papa healthy because ke na le bothata le papa ngwanaka.
Like a ka nyamela for nako e telele. After a long time, o tlo utlwa ba re Presley was around.
New day, new drama in South Africa. According to new reports, late Presley Chweneyagae reportedly found out dirty secret about his son few days before his demise. Please like this video so that you will not miss out on any information. The entertainment world was shaken to its core when news broke of the sudden passing of Presley Chweneyagae, the acclaimed South African actor whose unforgettable performance in Tsotsi cemented him as a cinematic legend. Known far beyond his breakout role, Presley became a national symbol of redemption, resilience, and fatherhood. But what if behind that carefully maintained public image, a private storm had been brewing? Now, news sources allege that in the days preceding his death, Presley made a harrowing discovery that may have altered the course of his final days, an alleged secret concerning his only son, Thado Chweneyagae. What was once seen as a peaceful farewell now appears to have been shadowed by betrayal, heartbreak, and unanswered questions. To grasp the depth of this story, one must revisit the roots of the man himself. Born in the bustling township of Soweto and raised in the capital city of Pretoria, Presley Chweneyagae rose to fame after portraying a young street thug with a conscience in the Academy Award-winning film Tsotsi, 2005. But what made Presley more than just another face in film was his commitment to community activism and his unrelenting advocacy for social reform. For many South Africans, Presley was a beacon of hope. He often used his platform to speak on youth empowerment, crime prevention, and the importance of fatherhood in a fractured society. His public image was polished but grounded in sincerity. He often said, "Fame is a mirror. It can reflect the best or the worst in us. I choose to reflect something meaningful." Presley's private life was relatively guarded, particularly his role as a father to Thado, a quiet, introverted young man who stayed far from the spotlight. Though he occasionally mentioned Thado in interviews, Presley made it clear he wanted his son to live a life free from the burdens of fame. According to family insiders, Presley and Thado shared a layered bond, one built on love, discipline, and unspoken expectations. Presley, who valued integrity above all, reportedly instilled strong moral values in his son. But in recent years, subtle cracks had begun to appear. Thado changed after he left school, recalled a relative. He became withdrawn, hung out with questionable people, and began disappearing for days at a time. Presley was concerned, but believed in letting him find his own path. But that path may have led to a place far darker than Presley could have imagined. On a seemingly ordinary Monday morning in April 2025, Presley received an anonymous package left at the gates of his Pretoria residence. Inside was a USB flash drive with no note, no return address, just raw data that would, according to those close to him, upend everything he thought he knew. What Presley reportedly saw on that drive left him visibly shaken. Among the files were surveillance recordings, WhatsApp chat screenshots, audio files, and financial transaction logs, all pointing to one horrifying possibility. Thado was allegedly involved in a high-level vehicle trafficking ring operating in Gauteng and surrounding provinces. One particularly damning clip allegedly showed Thado overseeing the loading of high-end stolen vehicles onto a shipping container alongside known criminal associates. Another file contained a voice note in which Thado could be heard referring to using my dad's name to deflect attention. Following the discovery, Presley reportedly entered a state of deep distress. He canceled all public appearances, skipped Zoom meetings for his NGO work, and ceased communication with several friends and colleagues. Those close to him said he appeared defeated, not physically, but spiritually. He was a man torn apart, said one colleague. He didn't know whether to protect his son or report him. He felt betrayed, not just as a father, but as a man who had built a life on honesty. It is believed that Presley attempted to reach out to Thado during this time. One unconfirmed source claims a heated phone call occurred 2 days before Presley's death, but what was said remains unknown. Only days after receiving the anonymous USB, Presley was found lifeless in his study. While the official cause of death was listed as a heart-related complication, some now speculate that the emotional toll of his recent discovery may have contributed. Though no foul play was reported, those who knew him best believe Presley died with a heavy heart. The irony? The man who once portrayed redemption on screen may have spent his final hours confronting the impossibility of it within his own bloodline. Notably, Thado was nowhere to be seen at any of his father's memorial services. Family members avoided questions. Public inquiries were met with silence. Weeks later, whispers surfaced that Thado had fled the country, possibly to Mozambique, Namibia, or even the UAE. Law enforcement sources have since hinted that Thado is a person of interest in a widening investigation into organized vehicle theft syndicates stretching from Johannesburg to Maputo. Interpol has reportedly been alerted. Amid the mourning, a handwritten letter was discovered inside Presley's locked desk drawer. Addressed simply to T, the note appeared to have been written in a moment of raw vulnerability.